Hey, what's up? Night viewer. Sorry, I had to set up the camera. Anyway, the reason why I'm making this video is because this whole situation with the Fine Brothers and the whole React thing, the React world, everything and so forth. Now, I didn't want to make a video right away when this whole situation was going down. I want to wait it out and pan so that way I can see the overview and then share my thoughts and my opinion. Now, the whole situation with the Fine Brothers, I mean, of course, I'm pretty sure everybody would know. Well, it's up to date, knows right now. If not, then you can look it up because I don't want to, beat a dead horse or anything because, like, the information's out there. So many people talked about it, can give you more detail of what's going on. Right now, they have the Fine Brothers or Fine Bros and, React channel or whatever other channel they have took a lot of hit with their subscribers. They have lost a lot of subscribers. Now, that's going on right now. That's the aftermath of what's going on. However, in terms of long term, they'll still somewhat become around, somewhat relevant, because you see, here in this world of internet, what's the best way? We tend to be hypocritical. You know what I mean? We'll say one thing, but then time, as years go by and stuff like that, we'll forget what we say in the past, or we'll, pretty much, so there's going to be a few people that I'll always remember and never forget, never forgive, but they're going to be overshadowed by so many others that's going to be like, whatever, or you're still holding a grudge? What for? You know what I mean? That type of scenario. Now, I don't want to. Well, I can actually give you a really good example for this for what I just mentioned. Now, I'm not going to use the Sam Pepper situation. That's way too easy. Now, for those of you that's probably in my age group, you probably remember this. Now, if any of you ever heard of a website or a web service called Napster? Anybody? Anybody? Yeah, Napster. Let that sink in. Yeah, back then, Napster was huge. They had like a whole bunch of subscribers, you want to say, or people that were pretty much Napster users. Now, Napster, for those of you that are not that familiar with, they were a website or provider that give you the ability to share files with other users. There were other websites and other, companies that'll let you download and stuff, that'll let you do the same thing. But Napster was the most popular and most well known. And it mostly used music. Think of it as iTunes without paying for it. That's the best way I can describe it. And they didn't just do music. They did other things like, forms of media, like entertainment pretty much. But it all depends on who the user is and what they, upload into it or what they downloaded from it. Now, back then, to me, Napster was a good way to test out, test the water on whether or not to buy a certain album or, support a certain group, band, or artist, singer, whatever. I would sample some of their songs or sometimes sample a few songs from an album that's coming out. And if it was a good interest of me, I would go to the store and buy it. Or I would order it online, because I want to show my support. I want to give, you know what I mean? But that's how I use it. But every user is different. I mean, that was my reason for Napster. I wasn't a huge Napster user, but the times I did use Napster, that was the only thing I would use it for, to sort of, like, say, I mean, that's how I found out about certain group, how I became a fan of, and certain music, it helped spread my horizons a bit more, and it was awesome for it. Now, Napster, in a way, is dead. They're still around. I think they linked up with Rhapsody or something like that. You can look it up, and find them. But the incident with Napster is there was a certain big time celebrity person in the music world goes by the name of Lars Ulrich. Yes, the drummer of Metallica. Now, he got hated so bad. It was comical. I mean, they even made animation about, making fun. I mean, when I say they, I don't mean like Napster. I mean people like users. He received, and even the band, they received a huge backlash and hate that it was like people wanted him dead. That's the best thing, because Napster had so many users, but because of Lars Ulrich, and he even got some other celebrities and music artists and everything that'll point do the blame game, or like I said, it depends on who the user of Napster, how they use it, but pretty much he was a strong advocate of pretty much taking down Napster. And like I said, people hated him for it. People, it was when Napster was pretty much shut down, they had to ban, I think, over 300,000 users. I mean, that's how big Napster was. They had probably more than that, about over 300,000 users. I mean, that's huge to ban that many people. Crazy. So like I said, when Napster was gone, it was dead, Metallica took a big, massive hit. Huge backlash. Big hate. Back then. But look at Metallica now. People love Metallica. Well, I know some people that still, they'll criticize some performance that some of the members done, but a lot of people, the majority, if you were to ask people about, how they feel about Metallica, some people be like, they're cool, so. But, like I said, nowadays, it's like, they're looked at as gods, they're looked at as great. It's as if they've forgotten, and I'm talking about people, even the past Napster users. Nowadays, they probably forgotten, because, there are so many websites now, like iTunes and stuff like that, that you can get music where it became passé. And also, it's kind of funny that even people that still remember, that still pissed at Lars Ulrich, specifically, and also Metallica for the death of Napster, then you got all these other people looking at them like, you're holding a grudge? Why? It's like, oh, boo-hoo, big whoop. But it's like they don't understand how important it was for that person, that individual. So, yeah. I don't know if they still get, hate for about the whole Napster situation. I don't know. Because I don't follow Lars Ulrich around. I don't know where he lives. I'm not a paparazzi. What he do is he does. I don't really care. But I use that as a perfect example of how I see what's going to happen to the Fine Brothers. They are going to get hit. They are getting hit bad. Huge backlashes, losing a fuck ton of subscribers. However, in terms of long term, they're still going to be around because, like I said, with the example of Lars Ulrich, Metallica, pretty much, they are still well known. They are still popular. People are still going to buy their ticket. They're still going to buy their albums or rock out to them and all that other stuff, whether or not they used to be Napster users or never heard of Napster. That's how it's going to happen with the Fine Brothers. There's going to be people right now. This is still somewhat the beginning of this year. You think by the end of this year, people are going to still remember that? Possibly, yes. But at the same time, it'll be like passé, so to speak. I don't know. It really depends on who the individual are, basically who you are. Now, my opinion on this whole React World thing, I think, I don't care if it was with good intentions or bad intentions. In every idea that has something to do with form of internet or a business patent, idea or, all this other stuff, there's always going to be pros and there's going to be cons. not every idea is going to be successfully welcome, you know, but at the same time, you really got to sit down and look at things. Now, the whole React world thing, the idea, the metaphysics, from their point of view, they're looking at it as a way of saying, okay, we want to patent it to us. We want to, you know, keep our formula for ourselves. But if you want to use our formula, and I'm saying it with quote, if you want to use our formula, how about instead of us, you know, trying to seek you out, content ID you, or something happen, why not we help each other out, we work together, even though you had to pay us, you know, you make money, but we also get money too. You know, things of that nature. I mean, there's more and more, like I said, more details about it. I'm just giving you more of a brief slate. However, this whole React thing, like on the internet, like, you know, the elders React and stuff like that been going on forever. I mean, okay, perfect example. Ray William Johnson. How did he get big on YouTube? And remember, he came out before the Fine Brothers. Yeah, his content consists of his reaction off of videos, but he's not sitting there facing a monitor and, you know, giving you a reaction. No, he probably already sees it, posts it up on his video, you know, with a little square, or he'll show the video and use his his voice over commentary of that video. It may not be the same exact formula, but it's the same thing. And the only difference between what Ray William Johnson did and Fine Brothers is, at least Ray William Johnson will link the original videos, or he'll admit he can't find the original videos, but this is what he found, you know, in the description. So that's as far as, you know, positive I'll stretch, because I haven't really been watching Ray William Johnson. I mean, for crying out loud, the guy was like the #1 most subscribed YouTuber at a time. So yeah, so it shows the formula have been around. I mean, there was even what was it, React Girls? If some of you guys remember, you know, a bunch of girls that'll just, you know, post up a video, tell you, oh, I just watched this video, this is what I think, thank you, bye. And they would get like a lot of views, and, you know, so it's the same thing. Another example, the whole 2 girls 1 cup, 2 girls 1 finger, you know, etc, etc, etc. There's so many videos out there where people react. It's like, that's why I said the formula, you know, when I say Fine Brothers formula, it's because it's been done so many times. Even before internet was born, people would react to things, because that's how TV get ratings. That's how, you know, TV show. Even right now, as you're watching the video, you are watching me explain things to you, and pretty much you're going to get a reaction out of it, either to continue watching it, clicking off, or leaving a comment, or things of that nature. Everything in the world of media is all by reaction. Like, that's how artists get found. That's how people make money. You know, like I said, this formula has been around for a long time. Sorry about that burp, excuse me. It just, like I said, I mean, the fact that they want to copyright the word react, which it's a verb. So, but at the same time, look at Paris Hilton. Didn't at one time she try to copyright the word too hot? Or what was it? That's hot? Yeah. So it's like, and that's another thing. I mean, that's how I feel about this whole React thing. You know, the React world thing. It's too much that's needed on the world, you know, here on YouTube, because YouTube, it's not like it used to be. I mean, I used to be just an avid watcher of YouTube, and then I decided to make videos. It took me a long time to finally decide to do it. But, I mean, let's look at it this way. YouTube literally was all about you, like the name in the title, you. You could do so much on this website. Well, you used to do so much on this website. Now, it's like everybody is fucking limited. You know, it's like you cannot do things, or you got to take baby steps, or you got to, you know, be walking on thin ice. You're very limited to the resources, to your creativity. You can't express it well enough unless you get hit by something or another thing. It's whatever. Like, for example, I know I've been using a lot of examples here, but most recently, I don't remember who the creator is, but now I used to be a huge wrestling fan, but as of right now, I'm like, you know, I'll watch some, but not really. I don't really follow wrestling like I used to, but I do know enough who certain wrestlers or certain athletes are. There was this creator who made a tribute video to Shinsuke Nakamura. And the music, you know, this tribute video had the song The Beginning by One OK Rock. And the way he spliced the, you know, the videos, you know, the way he got everything compact, it was fucking cool. I mean, I liked it, I favored it, it was awesome. I think it was a couple days ago, or maybe sometime last week, I wanted to see that video again because I wanted to show my friends, like, you know, I wanted to link that video and tell my friend about it because it was very well done. It was hit with copyright infringement. That was a person who was a fan of Shinsuke Nakamura, I'm going to butcher the name, way of giving a tribute to a wrestler he really idolized or adored, and he had to take it down because of copyright. I mean, it's like you can no longer show, you know, do things like that, like do a tribute or be creative without having like some sort of inspiration, like, okay, this song is from so and so, this is what inspired me to create this, or, you know, maybe, you know, like one thing I wanted to do for this channel was, you know, teach people how to draw. Like, I'm real good at drawing, and I have mentioned it in my past videos that drawing is one of my hobbies. And I actually want to do like a, you know, an actual sit down and draw, like an overview of my hand and stuff, and just showing you how to draw, and or just, you know, do a couple drawing videos and, you know, do like a trivia type deals and stuff like that. But I like to draw in silence. I mean, I'll talk and stuff like that, but when I'm actually drawing, when I'm being focused and just drawing, I draw in silence. And I know that's going to be a fucking boring video. Me sitting here, you know, with the overview just drawing with nothing. So obviously, I'm going to have music be playing. But now, thanks to all this, you know, copyright, now content IDs, and, you know, this and everything else, like, that literally, for me, it trashed that idea. I can't express or show my creativity to you guys because of what YouTube is right now. I mean, like I said, people can't be as creative as they used to. They can't, it's like we are very limited. And the whole React world thing, in all honesty, I don't care if it was looked at in a positive light or a negative light. All that's going to do is make people become more limited. It's like, you know, YouTube in the beginning, it's like, be yourself. You can do whatever. You can be as creative as you want to be. You can do whatever videos you want. You can express yourself freely, creatively, whatever. In YouTube now, we're limited. And we're constantly being limited to the point where it's like, and people have voiced this in the past, especially when this whole YouTube update that's always constantly happening. We are constantly being limited to the point where it's like the word "you" seems passé. But I don't know. That's just how I look at it. So yeah, like I said, I mean,